What's up, everyone? Nathan coming back at you with the movement that is sweeping the nation, which is of course going to be reuiniclus to the top 500 lives here. We got an awesome new team today from actually one of the mods of my Discord. Comes from Piley, who is a great team builder, I know that, and this team looked really exciting. As soon as I mentioned that I was taking team requests from my Discord, I got flooded with a ton of really awesome options here, and this was no exception. I'm really excited to try this one out. It offers a lot of crazy offense between Cinderace and of course Garchomp, Magearna, and our boy reuiniclus here with an actual Calm Mind set finally. Calm Mind being one of the most common sets on reuiniclus, so it's a bit weird that we haven't used it up until this point. But yeah, I love what this team has to offer. The big concern is going to be dealing with special attackers in this team. However, to help deal with that, our reuiniclus gets a lot of help with Toxic Spikes. Toxic Spikes and Calm Mind reuiniclus might not seem the most exciting and dynamic of combinations here. However, when you consider that reuiniclus baits in a lot of strong physical attackers that are really damaged by Toxic Spikes, in addition, the Toxic Spikes are usually soaked up by Toxapexes, which is, again, is a matchup that reuiniclus feeds on. It loves it. It wants it all the time. So I think this is an interesting combination that really gets to the core of what makes reuiniclus interesting in sort of these balanced teams. But despite being a balanced team, there's not a lot of longevity on this team. I would frankly, Piley called it a balance. I would be more inclined to call it a bulky offense, just given by the lack of longevity on this team, right? I usually define balance by it's got some offensive pieces, but it can last for quite a long time on its own devices. This team does not really fit that. These three Pokemon have recovery, but these three do not whatsoever. In the fact they're quite fragile considered. Magearna, again, more of a bulky offense player. But Rain once again, and if we're coming against this Rain here, I'm having a hard time saying no to Magearna as a lead to beat that Pelipper. You could also do reuiniclus. Actually, reuiniclus gets us a little bit more. Let's get us a little bit more. Magearna, I can Floor Cannon to beat... The Magearna threatens Volt Switch on the Pelipper, and I can Floor Cannon to beat a Seismitoad swap in, but it doesn't do anything against these two. And if I'm my opponent, I would be going to the Ferrothorn to cover the best mid-ground between the two. Or reuiniclus, which again has a Thunder to threaten out the Pelipper. It can't really do with Ferrothorn at all, but again, it can deal with the Seismitoad. It's a difficult question, but I think I go with Magearna. Unless I go to Toxapex and go for Spikes like turn 1. That's not bad either, because I bet they U-turn that situation regardless. And then that forces them to probably U-turn into their Scuda or their Toad, and then Toad could get hit pretty hard. Who do I swap into when they go to Toad though? Toad I don't really want to swap into actually, so I'd rather be putting up offensive pressure right away. Our opponent has a nice nickname, TY. Okay, I just go with my gut here. Guessing Magearna. It's if they go to Toad here, I'm gonna be kicking myself. No, I'm not going to. I was gonna say I'm gonna Volt Switch. I'm gonna Floor Cannon because this seems like the safest. Okay, well, it turns out I should have Volt Switched. But you know what? 37% damage, that's not the end of the world. And more importantly, I'm much happier to swap in and out of this Ferrothorn than any other Pokemon I care to name right now. Let's go to Cinderace just to get that immediate pressure with Pyro Ball. To my knowledge, it should still be threatening even in rain. We lose our boots, but that's going to be 100% a swap to Seismitoad. And I think so High Jump Kick, in my opinion, is the correct answer to cover Ferrothorn, and it's doing all kinds of damage to Seismitoad. But now that I look at it, that Zapdos looks real likely. So I'm actually going to play around a Zapdos swap here. I think that's my play. And Zapdos on a rain team is scary because Garchomp would ordinarily be a pretty good answer to go into. There's a double switch. However, the Weather Ball, I don't really love the thought of at all. Obviously not Toxapex or Mandibuzz. They're threatened out by the electric attacks. Magearna's probably my best bet at getting another Floor Cannon going. Why not? This is arguably the best set in the metagame right now. Let's get going. As they go to Toad. Okay, I completely overthought things here. I thought that they would respect the High Jump Kick and go to Zapdos. And they just thought, Pyro Ball, I'll go to my Pyro Ball resist. Fair. And again, this is not a matchup I enjoy swapping in and out of here. They're probably gonna get Rocks up for free right now. Weather Ball's gonna do all kinds of damage to my Mandibuzz. The special attackers are a problem on this team. Now I'm in a situation, do I go into Toxapex on a possible Earth Power? I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna just have to make a call this early in the game. They've made an overprediction turn 1. I'm gonna hope they overpredict again and they go for a U-turn, or go for a Earth Power here. They don't. Okay, that's crushing. That was just a pure 50-50. I'm not gonna beat myself over that one too bad because I don't know what I really would have done here. No play to be made in my opinion except for reuiniclus. Garchomp's getting chipped way too much by Weather Ball. Magearna dies, Toxapex dies, Cinderace dies to Earth Power. This team is really ground type weak, and this whole team is really Seismitoad weak, so reuiniclus is our only play right now. Honestly, looking back, I probably could have done something to prevent that. Well, I was gonna say, if I could turn back time, I would give Seismitoad more respect and play more defensively around it than the Zapdos. But give myself some credit here, Zapdos is still a big problem with the Weather Ball, so it's really my best play there. Do I want to Calm Mind? That's a big question. Let's take out the calc for the first time here. We come up against the Seismitoad, and I am talking way too much. We're running low on time right now, but if rain is up, what are we looking like it for Weather Ball? Terrible, so I can't afford a Calm Mind right now. So I have to just go for a Psyshock turn 1. They respect me though, that's fine. As they go to their Ferrothorn here. Knockoff is very likely. So I'll go to Cinderace. They might get Hazards up for free, in which case I could go for I can start setting up, but Ferrothorn is a pretty clean answer to a reuiniclus, all things considered. So I won't do that. This is looking bad. It's looking bad turn 1. It seems like every time I play Rain, game 1 of these lives, I'm in for trouble. They go for Leech Seed here. That's fine. I'm going to High Jump Kick this turn. As they die. Okay, great. I did that to cover the Seismitoad swap in, but that opens things up a decent amount for our reuiniclus. As the Pelipper comes out once again, I'll just U-turn. They're probably gonna do a U-turn of their own here. And I want to go for an option that doesn't allow in Seismitoad. So can't get on these two because that allows in Seismitoad. It's got to be reuiniclus, and reuiniclus is gonna let in the Barraskewda or even the Magearna. Not fantastic, but much better than the Seismitoad or the Zapdos. They do that, and of course I'm taking more damage than I'd like from U-turn. 14% isn't a lot, but that can add up. You'd be surprised by how much that adds up. It's the same reason why Magearna is so good on reuiniclus, right? Is you don't have to take that little chip damage from Stealth Rock, from Sand Chip, from you know, a Scald Burn, things like that. That's what makes reuiniclus so good. So for that exact same reason, taking that 14% on Pelipper right now, not ideal. Now I'm in the range where I could possibly get O-Code by a Hydro Pump. Not quite, but you know, you kind of get what I'm going for here. Barraskewda, I bet the liquidation does us in. I don't know. We got a lot of defense, but in rain. Okay, no, we do live. So in that case, it's probably a Thunder. I'll go for. Oh, I don't know. If they flip turn, it's doing a little bit more than half, so recovers fine, and that helps me with the Magearna swap in. Or I go to Toxapex, which forces in one of these two again. Yeah, man, we can't deal with Seismitoad on this team. I'm inclined to go for Thunder. I could have recovered there on the probable Magearna right now. It's probably Magearna. If they go to Seismitoad, I'll be devastated. I'll be truly devastated. But if they go to Magearna, then we chance first of all, it's our strongest move. Can't underestimate that. They go to Zapdos, huh? That's not good either. We can't deal with this thing at all. Weather Ball. Sorry, I was gonna say I'd like the Thunder there because I can still recover afterwards on Magearna, but now, you know, Toxapex is good on the Weather Ball, Garchomp is good on the Thunder. Neither are good on each other's things there. I think I'll just split it down the middle and go to Magearna, but I bet it's 2 KO'd. I'm running low on time. I'm panicking. Or I sack this knowing that it can't do any other defensive utility at this stage in the game, which is sad but true. Because they Hurricane, so they actually split the middle there, split the difference. I'll go to my Garchomp can take 1 Weather Ball. They have, was it a Damp Rock? Yeah, I don't know, this isn't great. I'll Scale Shot. If they happen to go to Magearna, then we can handle it fine. I think we can take 1 Weather Ball. We get a 2 hit on the Scale Shot, which is really rough. That's gonna not give us what we need. Do we get confused? We get confused too. If I kill myself, this game is super over, but I'll Scale Shot again. Please knock it out. Nice. Okay, that's huge. Okay. Garchomp's fast as hell. Still slower than Barraskewda. We're going to see Barraskewda this turn. I guarantee it. Yeah, it's got to be Barraskewda this turn. If they go to Magearna or Pelipper, I'm laughing. That's fantastic. But yeah, I don't know. Pelipper's actually not the worst play. It definitely lives whatever we got, and they can just revenge kill my Garchomp right now. Pelipper's not bad, genuinely. But if I'm them, I'm going Barraskewda. I'm clicking flip turn. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm putting this Garchomp in my rear view mirror. They do that. Thinking Toxapex. Then I let Seismitoad die, and then the rain turns are over, and maybe a double switch back to this Garchomp. I can't really beat this Magearna without Cinderace or Garchomp. And in the rain, Cinderace handles the Magearna handles Cinderace fine. So I'm thinking Toxapex as they flip turn on me here. If they liquidate, that's actually really great for us. That's fantastic. I could Toxapex on the Seismitoad, but I don't know who we're going to see this turn. Maybe Toad this turn. I'm going to Scald in case they go Seismitoad. Even a burn with like this can do what, 40%? Yeah, Yeah, not great, not great. Again, this Seismitoad is just a nightmare matchup for us right now. Once this thing dies, we're in a terrible straits here. I'm at completely at a time crunch right now. Yes, Garchomp goes. Ugh. And then now I can go to my Cinderace, and that's 1000% going to be the Pelipper here. So I'm going to U-turn, get in my Magearna. They're going to U-turn out. Nothing can really swap into Floor Cannon with the exception of Magearna. Oh, they're going to sack Pelipper. That's a fine play too. But now here comes Seismitoad once again. Seismitoad, I think I live one, and I can revenge kill. And then we're kind of just sending it on our Cinderace to finish the game out here. That's a good trade in my opinion. Magearna, we don't know what it is. I got to imagine it's Specs, so in which case our Cinderace isn't terrible still. We could be faster than their Magearna. It's at least a decent likelihood of a speed tie. So I'm here good for Talk Specs right now. They crit us, but I don't think that. Oh, they crit defense drop us. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Now we die. I could have threatened this thing out or gone for something. Oh, that's a crit we can handle, a defense drop we can handle, but both. Lordy, I got a Sucker Punch right now. I think Magearna will be able to handle us fine. Here's the thing: we're now in the situation where is Pyro Ball or High Jump Kick the move on Magearna. I think we need a speed tie regardless. High Jump Kick's the play. Okay, so we need the speed tie. Even then, there's no way. There's no way we can do enough damage here. Focus Blast. We need a Focus Blast hit. We need a good roll. I'm just looking at this. Doesn't matter at this point. I just want to know what we're dealing with here. Focus Blast can kill if it hits and if we win the speed tie. Cross your fingers with me, everyone. Let's go. I can't believe we pulled that back. That was, oh my gosh. I thought that was over. I thought scrub the VOD. I can't believe that worked, but what can I say? We pull it out of our hats here. Let's go. Let's go. That was unbelievable. Oh, I'm still got that muscle memory there, but still, oh my gosh, I can't believe we pulled that out. Even with that defense drop at the end, even with the Seismitoad matchup that strikes fear into my heart. Wow. Wow. See, and that's why, you know what? Holding up Talk Specs did help there. It did help. Giving it us that Barraskewda swap in. Oh man, I can't believe we won that one. So that's gonna be a hard act to follow for game 2 right now. That was insane. Reuiniclus didn't do too much, but still, it's that bulky swapping that we appreciate so much. Let's see if we can get a balanced team right now. I think this team as a bulky offense deals better against opponent balance, and we're gonna see actually a bulky offense of the roam. So we're kind of going for tit for tat here, and if that's the case, we can make the case of the Typer offense too, just if it's a Rocks Lando. But I don't know. I think they're more of a bulky offense given how much defensive utility they seem to have going for them right now. If it's a Scarf Lando, we want our... Gotta be Mandibuzz. No one else really likes that Scarf Lando. Mandibuzz is not great versus either of these two fairy types. It doesn't really love Melmetal, though I can U-turn there. It doesn't really love Zapdos Galar. But we're low ladder, and I think... one of those cases where numerically, Mandibuzz doesn't cover many of these options as a lead matchup at all. But in terms of like just who I think is most likely, I think Lando's at least there's a 50% chance we get it. But let's say like numerically, what other options do I have here? Because I can always swap into it, right? If I go into one of these 3 ground weeks, I can swap into Mandibuzz pretty free against the Scarf Lando, and then I get a free turn 2 essentially. That's okay. Even a free knockoff. That's really okay. And Cinderace as a lead is good, bad, good, bad, bad, and Magearna as a lead is good, 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 good. No, not great, not great. I'm not trading. I don't like trading a Volt Switch for whatever Moltres is throwing my way, and it's pretty good versus Tapu Lele. I think our Floor Cannon would do it there too. So actually, yeah, I think I've talked myself into it. Even if I get this Lando, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to, yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure I'm going to. But here's the important thing, in my opinion: having a game plan on that first turn. So this covered the most numerical options, like in terms of looking at their team matchup. That was the best one. Ooh, the knockoff hurts, and that's a gutsy turn 1 on them there. If I hit a Floor Cannon, they were in trouble. But anyways, regardless, We'll knock off now as a toxic. Okay, so it wasn't Scarf like I suspected at all. So that means their Scarfer is either their Zapdos Galar or their Tapu Lele, or they don't have one. Always a possibility. Even Tapu Fini's be getting some love for in that position there. I bet they U-turn this turn, and they'll do decent damage to us with the Toxic. So I'll actually roost here. No? Okay, I'll defog this turn, and now with a U-turn we're at like 60%, which isn't great for Mandibuzz. Definitely want to be able to swap into this Landorus as much as possible here. Does this Landorus even have Earthquake actually? They revealed 3 moves, no Earthquake, no U-turn, the 2 most ubiquitous Landorus moves out there. Maybe they're running like Stone Edge for the last move, I don't know. Crazy so far. They're not gonna, they're really adamant on this matchup right now, no pun intended. I am going to go to my, again, the toxic damage is building up here. I'm going to go to my toxic specs here. If they knock off, that's fine. If they U-turn, that's fine. If they Earthquake this turn, I'll be livid. But now I just go back to Mandibuzz. We do take a lot of damage all told here, but we refresh them toxic with damage right now. I live knockoff. I don't think they have U-turn if they revealed these 3 moves. Maybe that wasn't the play. But again, like this team is actually pretty Landorus weak. So losing my 2 most important things for my Mandibuzz is longevity, which are going to be its heavy duty boots, and it's toxic already. That's pretty devastating. I mean, it's not good. This guy is so annoying right now. I can't defog because they're just going to stay in all day apparently. Knockoff I think is a 2-hit KO. I could be mistaken. And frankly, I'm okay to make this trade right now. If they want to trade their Mandibuzz for this Landorus, that's fine. The Mandibuzz's main job is Landorus, but that means we're giving up rocks for free at this point. But there's lots of places where I can defog. I can probably defog on just the metal actually. I can, they do no damage to us. It's really weird what they're doing right now. I'll roost this turn. Foul, do I defog into foul play? No, because they're just gonna suicide rocks. Okay. Not my ideal lead opening right now, but they clearly just thought I need rocks up no matter what. Fine, it's kind of like an HO lead at that point. But I can still defog on Melmetal, which is crucial. But now we're gonna swap into this Lele. Don't really see an option besides Magearna. I don't know how much do I even take from Moonblast at this point. 36, we'll take it. We'll take that straight to the bank. I got to imagine they're going to their Melmetal right now, but so far my opponent has refused to swap, given every opportunity. Okay, they do go to Melmetal, but Melmetal doesn't have a lot of Spadef, so it's still taking 32. I wonder if that's Spadef and EV'd then. Interesting, worth noting. Toxapex still got some good matchups across the board, especially Fini, especially Galar, especially Moltres, so don't want to go into it on a possible EQ. Cinderace, I don't want to swap it into a possible EQ. This is evil, right? Because if they EQ, Mandibuzz is perfect. It's juicy. I can come in, I can defog these hatches away. That'd be perfect. But if they go for a double Iron Bash, which also seems decently likely, I think Pex is fine. Even if they EQ, I think Pex is fine here. If they EQ, then I've got a great swap in afterwards. And yeah, this double Iron Bash is doing ridiculous damage to Melmetal. They take more than we do, all things told. I'll go for the Spikes as they EQ. Does 51. Okay, I could go to Mandibuzz if I think they're going to EQ again, but I frankly suspect the double Iron Bash to cover the Mandibuzz. They seem to be completely adamant on it. And here's actually a valuable question. I said this Toxapex was valuable, and I stand by that. But if I sack it here, I can go to my Mandibuzz afterwards. And I can get that defog off, which is going to help our Reuiniclus and our Garchomp. Not really so much our Magearna. I'd rather sack something else, to be honest. I think I'd rather sack Magearna, you know? Not really, though. Moltres is still going to be giving us trouble. I think... I'm talking myself into it. I think Magearna's got to go. It's really good. It's got a good matchup here, but so does everyone else. Our Cinderace in particular is looking fantastic. So I think Magearna's got to go. If they click a weird move, then we're fine. They don't click a weird move. But now I go to Mandibuzz. Get off that defog. Toxapex is still alive, especially with the rocks gone. It's still alive to be able to give us some utility against these other ones here. We lose our own Toxapex, which kind of sucks. But now I get a golden opportunity to do some stuff with my Cinderace or with my Garchomp. Even, I wonder if my Reuiniclus is faster. There's a good chance it's faster. Just damn, that's damn tempting, isn't it? I suspect right now that this is... I could do a full dive into it, but I suspect this is Assault Vest given by my current predictions here. So Reuiniclus, if they're at -1 defense, And Thunder is not going to do it, and neither is Psyshock. Okay, glad I checked. It's got to be Garchomp. I'll Earthquake. Skill Shot does not make contact with Moltres, I believe. So I think a Swords Dance, if they go to Moltres right now, is pretty okay. Maybe I should have kept that Magearna. I'm kind of looking back. It did have some good matchups. All to get my rocks off. I think I kind of over fixated on the rocks. Them being so adamant they needed to get their rocks up with their landers made me in turn kind of go, oh damn, I got to deal with these rocks. But I think that was kind of a mistake. I've since changed my mind. If I could go back, I would probably change things and keep the Magearna and maybe sack the Toxapex or even sack the Mandibuzz in that situation. But oh well. This is tricky. I'm expecting a Moonblast. Might do it, KO Toxapex. Reuiniclus takes how much from a Tapu Fini? How much you taking, my guy? What kind of damage are we working with here? Let's say Calm Minds. Could be the Scarfer, of course. Actually, they come to it right now. That almost it's a weird thought to say, but almost makes me think it is. Reuiniclus handles it pretty fine, especially with the Calm Mind Recover set. Oh, they go for their own, and we love a Calm Mind War with Psyshock. We adore a Calm Mind War. Oh, okay, we don't love that. We're still doing, it's like a 3 or 4 hit KO. Yeah, why not? Oh, they have more defense than we thought. Still a 4 hit KO. No, it's like a 5 hit. But they still have to keep, they're gonna taunt again. Oh, they don't taunt there. You're crazy, man. It's a 50-50. Oh, it did that much already. Oh my gosh, I completely underestimated this thing. Oh, what have I done? Hope this thing can live one. I might have just choked this. Oh man. I should have known that too. Oh my gosh, that's a total misplay. Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, what was my option at that point? If they were taunt defog, my only option was the Magearna. Sure enough, it was the Magearna. There's no way Garchomp can do this unless I crit. Dang it. Oh man. 2 back-to-back. Like the first game I should have lost. Dang. Oh man, GG. They destroyed me. Okay, note to self. You know, this is why I say it's important to play your matchups out. I can't, this is rocky. This is why it's important to play your matchups out though, because yeah, you know what? Now I know, looking at this team really struggles against Taunt, Calm Mind, Fini. I thought in a Calm Mind War, I'm fine. I don't have to sweat a Calm Mind Fini at all. I got Reuiniclus, but I just neglected to consider that Taunt. That's a big oversight. Cinderace completely walled by it. Garchomp, no answer without at least a Swords Dance going up. Magearna was really my best play there. Coming in with a Floor Cannon, even a trick on a possible Calm Mind. Toxapex have had a little bit more health, fine, but then you're getting taunted too. Mandibuzz would be no help either. So this team is also a little bit, I don't want to say it's weak to Tapu Fini, it's just you have one specific counter to Fini. As we get rain again, oh my gosh. This is not good for my heart. But they have no ground type, so I can go to my Magearna here, and I get a free Volt Switch. Oh man, I'm really kicking myself on that one. You know, I'm the kind of player who needs to play. I give it as my advice, but especially speaking for myself, I need to have teams that I want to go Clef. I keep cutting myself off. I need to have teams that play a lot. I might actually do this team again next live, just because I'm so mad with how I played this one so far. Wow, they're totally surprising my expectations so far. They're playing good. I wonder if they Scald. I wonder if they U-turn. This is fine regardless because they take that Rocky Helmet chip. Pelipper down to half health is useful. But yeah, I'm actually so mad with myself with how I played this. I think I'm gonna go back to this again just because. Oh man, I could have won that one if I kept Magearna. Okay, I'll stop fixating. Don't think I fear too much from this thing unless it's specs. That kind of suggests to me it is. All our coverage to scout it out. Okay, I'm down to just keep this up. Sure. Drain your rain turns? Down. Very down. They go to Pelipper there. They're probably gonna go for a defog here. I'm gonna keep Toxic Spikes up. I don't care. I do not care. I have more Toxic Spikes than you have defog PP. Me? Does this look like someone caring? Nope. There's nothing to suck it up. It's gonna help with Volcanion for sure. I think I'll go for Scald this turn. There's no way they defog 3 times. I've confirmed. I'm adamant on this point. Yeah, I get them with the Scald, which is pretty funny. Toxic Spikes aren't even that good. Barraskewda's longevity will definitely get hurt, especially with my Toxic Spikes' Rocky Helmet chipping away at it. In fact, it only hits really 2 Pokemon, but it'll help. It's just in that situation has advantage. I just thought like I should not have to swap out here because I'm impatient. I'm happy with this. This thing gets. I don't think I fear this guy at all. Are they going for a? Here's the thing, right? They're probably gonna go for Nasty Plot right now, and they're faster than all my swap ins, and that Nasty Plot hurts a lot afterwards too. It's a really good wall breaker. So again, I feel like I'm kind of stalling them out here, but I'm not letting you set up on me, my guy. And Toxapex is my best matchup against it. They usually run Heat Wave, Hurricane, the Focus Blast, in which case Toxapex was totally the answer. Okay, so this Toxapex is popping off right now. Cinderace is fine. If they knock off, that's fine. They don't really have much of a Rock Setter besides Ferrothorn, and yeah, that's fine. A U-turn? I think a U-turn. They're pretty quick in the swap here. Yeah, I get that off. I get another Volt Switch off now. Ferrothorn's looking at the range where after this Volt Switch, it's probably in like 2-hit KO-ish kind of perspective here. If I get this Volt Switch into Ferrothorn, I'm thinking their whole team is so Thunder Weak, actually. Like, Magearna alone is going to destroy this team as soon as I get this knockout. I got to go Cinderace here. And again, all this like circular gameplay that we're going through benefits me because my team has more recovery than theirs does. And my team, it doesn't have a timer with rain to deal with. So this is all good by me here. I'm actually going to Powerball this turn just because I might get a burn on... Oh, come on. That was so needless on their part too. I might get a burn here. Oh, and they stay in a second time? That actually... Oh, that kind of gets me tilted. What did they click here? Leech Seed? This is we just discussed so important for them. If they knock off, I'll be pretty mad too. Okay, that's fine. This is so important for them and they're just throwing it away to like flex there. And I would have punished them for it too if I got that Powerball hit, but whatever. I knew Powerball could have missed. And actually, my distinct thought before I clicked Powerball there was I want to high jump kick, but if I miss, I'd rather miss Powerball than high jump kick. So I guess I'm glad for that. Now they're letting their Clefable get chipped. Ferrothorn's not really any sort of defensive answer anymore. I think go to Reuiniclus and I start Calm Minding. Yeah. It's pretty potent, especially if they get dumb and stay in and go for like a Wish Pass or something like that. Although, oh, this is like totally in the sticks here, but I wonder if they would do a trick right now. No, they're leftovers. This was still the safe play. Yeah, man, this team gets completely smoked with their Ferrothorn. This Reuiniclus is gonna destroy them right now. If they go to their Volcanion, it takes a lot of damage. We live pretty comfortably in the rain right now. Now, again, we did this before. It's tricky, right? Because if they flip turn, I want a recover. If they liquidate, I want to start attacking so I can just take it out. I'm genuinely unsure. But I'll be kicking myself if they liquidate and recover and they get a 2-hit KO. So just for that reason alone, I'm going to go for the Psyshock. If they flip turn, Psyshock's still fine. It's still fine. It's probably taking out their Ferrothorn. I would prefer a flip turn if I knew. I would prefer recover if I knew that. But okay, yeah, they're going to do this. We traded Pokemon here. Reuiniclus does a great job right now. I can still get this Reuiniclus in on all kinds of Pokemon and get a recovery up, so it's not out by any means. I can't imagine they do a Nasty Plot right now. I'd be livid if they did a Nasty Plot right now. I'm expecting a Hurricane. Although we take a lot from Chip here. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, they lose their weather too. That's awesome for us. We will happily trade. Well, here's the question actually. If I do something, so I know they're going to Ferrothorn right now in a sack. Is it worth Fleur Cannoning? They would go to their Volcanion and threaten us out immediately. What if I Focus Blast? Then they go back out to this and threaten us out immediately. Yeah, it's gotta be a Volt Switch. Ooh, they missed their Focus Blast. I wonder if that mattered. Genuinely unsure. I'll go to Reuiniclus just because it forces them to go to their Volcanion to get poisoned. This is a great play if I can pat myself on the back. If they go to any of these three, I get a recover. Okay, thank you for the recover. Or they could Scald Burn, actually. They could Scald Burn. Go for a Scald Burn, rather. Didn't consider that. I would take back this turn if I knew that. Yeah. Oh man, 39%. My word. My gosh. It's got to be Pex then. Or if they defog, that would be like mind-boggling. Oh, Hurricane instead. All right. True. I don't think I want Toxic Spikes on Volcanion too much, actually. Who do they go to here? Volcanion, maybe? No, Volcanion doesn't really have much for me. We just did that whole song and dance earlier. I just recovered on them. I'll just do it now. I'll just do it now in case they go for another Hurricane. Their offense is completely crippled. That Barraskewda trade for them, I see why they did it, but looking at their team afterwards, it's like, I don't know about that. And again, that's the I talk about with luck. You know, the luck sucked on that Tornadus. I'm not gonna pretend that didn't matter that they missed their Focus Blast. As they say, our team is cancerous and lucky. Fair. I'm not gonna say that miss did not matter for us, but if your whole game is hinging on a Focus Blast hitting, a 70% accurate move, strikes me as a dangerous play style. I'll Scald as they wish. Oh, they're gonna go to their Ferrothorn right now. They have teleport. They do have teleport. So let's make a double to our Cinderace on it. I was thinking so much from rocks now. But still, it's the only thing that can threaten out the Incinerate, the Ferrothorn going forward. I shouldn't have let that happen. That Scald was needless and greedy. Oh, they got a Pelipper instead. True. Now our Cinderace is dead as long as hazards are up. I might defog later down the road though, so I'll go for a U-turn here. What if they U-turn? Mandibuzz is fine, and we can get up a defog as they go to Volcanion probably right now. If they go to Volcanion, let's go straight out to Toxapex again, I think. Although, I'm getting 2-hit KO'd there. It's not great. Maybe just sack Reuiniclus. Reuiniclus is definitely eats away at this core here. If I get the right opportunity. If it's got to be on one of these two, I'm thinking. Although, I'll check again, because it's worth sacking if it can't live a Fable hit. Okay, you know what? It really doesn't live. Trash match, but you win. GG. It's funny when people like talk game and they get smoke us, and then go talk a lot of trash, and then they just say but GG. Like competitor spirit is important, but GG. I honestly just sack something and Garchomp wins, which is fine. So I think honestly I sack Reuiniclus because as I just determined by that calc earlier, it doesn't even live a Clefable and Moonblast. So the only situation it was doing okay on was against Ferrothorn. That's really a fish there. Kind of annoying because they could just go to Pelipper right now, but I'll do this. Okay, they do go to Pelipper. They don't have Scald. If they stay in, that'd be kind of sus. I'll go for a Scale Shot, I think. Yeah, I don't with a Life Orb, I don't need a Swords Dance for anything, actually. It's just to beat this Pelipper. Swords Dance would let me do a ton of damage to Pelipper, but that's it. There's a good 4-hit. There's a good 4-hit. Do we die to the Hurricane? I don't think so. As a U-turn anyways. They go to Clefable. I think this should just knock it out right now. No! Oh, it's more Fistiff than I expected here. Okay, things are getting a little bit dicey. Don't want them to Wish Pass. I need Cinderace to beat the Volcanion. Here's the thing, if I go to I want to defog really badly, but that's gonna let a Wish Pass go off right now. Which is terrible for us. I knocked them out with a Mandibuzz knockoff. I highly doubt it. Mandibuzz, there's no way. 9% close actually, weirdly close. Cinderace dies. It's gotta be Magearna. And they pick something to sack at that point. I got a Broxite even at any point in this game would have been good. Maybe I should have gone for rocks. If I go to Mandibuzz, they go for a Wish, which gets up something to good health, which I don't love. There's a chance that we're faster than Volcanion too. I think I should do this. If we had a Flash Cannon, we would have won. But oh, well, we forced a knockout right now. They do that. Probably go to their Ferrothorn. I don't know. They're cussing us out and saying GG, but this isn't by no means one. Rain is, as we've discovered multiple times, kind of tricky for this team. Mandibuzz is fast than everything except maybe Volcanion. But I get up a defog. And then I can let my Cinderace win. Especially if Pelipper stays at 23%. If they go to Pelipper right now, it's tricky. Very scary. I'm letting a wish get off again. And Pelipper. If I get off these rocks, well, actually, at this point in the game, there's not really any way that Toxapex loses. So I just want to give as many switching opportunities as possible. And Volcanian's already poisoned, so yeah, I'm gonna do this. They get up their wish, fine, whatever. If they Moonblast, even better. Do I want to knock off? Do I want to go straight to my whatever to beat the Vol? Actually, if I go to, no, I go to Magearna. What I do is I go to Magearna on this teleport. Oh, interesting. I did not expect that at all. Well, they're just gonna let me Floor Cannon, huh? Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. I could Volt Switch, I guess, but I think Floor Cannon is just gonna take out anything, with the possible exception of Volcanion, and Volcanion we can swap into just fine. Wow, what is this Clefable? Yo, this Clefable is stunning right now. Can't believe it. Again, I don't think I lose with Toxapex alone. I think that's just it. I think that's what it breaks down to, but it should be teleporting this turn. All Scald. Actually, you could just do a Raw Switch into the Volcanion too, but if they have a Wish Up, so that doesn't make any difference to me. Oh man, this Clefable's like doing me. Like I've had a couple plans here of how to beat it, but we're at 36 minutes, which is also crazy. Scald here, Hurricane is fine. They just can't really beat it. They shouldn't have sacked their Parascoot, and their team's actually really weak to Pex to begin with, so should be fine. I'll go to Manabuzz here. I guarantee they're typing out some sort of trash talk. Of course. My favorite thing is my username right now is Nathan Likes Chicken. So I say this all the time, but my favorite thing is when someone smack talks me to the effect of like they call me names by my name. They'll be like, Nathan, you're garbage. Nathan, make the right move already. You're so bad. I don't know why that just cracks me up. It's just like it's like a friend chirping me instead of anything else. All right, Pelipper's nice and low. I mean, they just can't beat Toxapex. I mean, I guess they could stall out my recover turns right now.
Many hours later.
Okay, that should finally do it. I don't know why they're so furious about Toxapex and they insist on extending this game so long. That's gonna do it. I'm guessing by my just silence for the last 5 minutes that I'm gonna edit through this, but that's gonna do it. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Always helping. You guys are showing some major love for this reuiniclus series, which is awesome. But I'll keep going with as much as I can. I'm trying to do some daily uploads, which is always a fun time. Also got some big videos in the works too, though, so stay tuned to that. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.